I learned about the Dr. Anderson University of Michigan scandal on March 26, 2020. My feeling was initially shock, grief, embarrassment. I realized that I also had been a rape victim of Dr. Anderson. The first time Dr. Anderson sexually abused me was when I was 18 years old. And that was pretty much a routine physical until toward the end when he said that I need to take a testicular cancer screening as well as a prostate cancer screening exam. In the 3 seasons that I played at the University of Michigan from 1988 to 1990, I was given 50 prostate exams. Because everything that happened to us was under the guise of medical treatment, and Dr. Anderson was a celebrated doctor within a celebrated football program, I thought everything was normal. I trusted everyone at the University of Michigan that was in authority. But they took advantage of me, and they pushed a serial rapist who had unfettered access to me and my body. After the scandal broke, what frustrated me the most was that the university continued to deny. The university was ignoring our voices, and that's why I went out there and protested.
This university has been mired in sexual assault, abuse, and cover-up, and we say no more.
I want the University of Michigan to know that they will never shut me up, and they will never shut me down. And I will never be John Doe. I will always be Jon Vaughn.
Hail to the victim! Hail to the victim!
And I just want to acknowledge that before we even start. Thank you for having the courage to honor us with being here today to give a voice to this. Because a lot of people wouldn't do that, and you're doing it. Why is this so important to you?
Because I think the entire recruiting process and big time college sports needs to change. For my situation, which has been so synonymous to so many other athletes, is almost simultaneously when the University of Michigan recruited me, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. So they talked about my mother's breast cancer on my recruiting trip when I met Bo Schembechler. And in the first exam, they talked about cancer being in my history. And that's when I was subjected at 18 years old to my first prostate exam.
Right.
And so I felt like as a 50-year-old, when I found out that I'd been a rape victim, that they had groomed me from the start. Because we've come to find out that everyone knew that this doctor was doing unnecessary medical exams.
And this wasn't like a one-time deal, not that that would make it okay, but my point is this went on for, we know, at least 37 years.
Yes.
That this man was allegedly doing this to, we estimate, over 1,000 victims, most of them men. The ones that have been identified, all but 16 were men, 70% of them Black, most of them high-performing athletes, many scholarship, full scholarship athletes that were afraid to speak out for fear of losing playing time, losing scholarships, losing everything they'd ever worked for if they speak out about this university-endorsed, anointed physician.
Yes.
So a person in authority, a person in power, and of course, you're 18. How many physicals, full physicals, has you had before that?
I just had physicals just to be able to participate in activities going into school.
So you weren't a sophisticated consumer of medical services.
No, I didn't know what a prostate was at 18.
Right. And how many times do you, in looking back and going over your records and your history, how many times do you think you were violated by this man?
I had my first prostate exam at 18, and I had 49 more before I left the university.
49 more?
20. Yes, sir.
So
50
times
yes.
You were raped by this person.
I know I was raped by this person.
Right.
Yes.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.